In the quiet suburb of Willow Creek, where manicured lawns and cookie-cutter houses lined the streets, the residents prided themselves on their normalcy. They scoffed at ghost stories and dismissed urban legends as childish nonsense. But beneath their feet, in the damp, forgotten crawl spaces and the shadowed corners of their basements, they thrived. Creatures that science denied, yet had always existed. The chittering started at night. At first, it was faint, like the rustle of leaves or the hum of a distant appliance. Sarah, a single mother in a modest ranch-style home, noticed it while folding laundry in her basement. She chalked it up to mice, though the traps she set remained untouched, the peanut butter undisturbed. Her neighbors, the Pattersons, heard it too, a skittering claw-like sound beneath their floorboards. They laughed it off over coffee, joking about ghosts or overactive imaginations. But the sounds grew louder, more deliberate, like something testing the boundaries of their world. The creatures were real, though no one would believe it. Scolopendra gigantea, the Amazonian giant centipede, was said to live only in South American jungles, not in suburban America. Yet here they were, their segmented bodies, some as long as a forearm, sliding through cracks in the foundation, their mandibles clicking in the dark. Entomologists would insist they couldn't survive in this climate, but the crawl spaces were warm, humid, and teeming with prey, roaches, rats, and the occasional lost pet. The centipedes had adapted, burrowing into the soil beneath Willow Creek decades ago, carried in on shipments of exotic plants, or smuggled by collectors who underestimated their resilience. Sarah's daughter Lily was the first to see one. She was 6, playing in the backyard near the storm drain, when a glistening, many-legged thing scuttled out, its body a sickly yellow-brown, its legs moving in a nauseating wave. She screamed, dropping her plastic shovel, but by the time Sarah ran outside, it was gone. "Just a bug, sweetie," Sarah said, though her heart raced. She'd seen the drain's edge, the faint claw marks in the mud, too large for any insects she knew. The neighborhood message board buzzed with theories. "Mass hysteria," one user posted, "kids making up stories." Another blamed sewer rats or stray cats. But then Mr. Henderson, the retired widower on Elm Street, vanished. His front door was ajar, his TV still blaring, and his basement door hung open, a faint trail of slime leading to the crawl space. The police found nothing, no body, no signs of struggle. They sealed the case as a runaway, though everyone knew Henderson hadn't left his house in years. The centipedes were patient. They hunted silently, their venom capable of paralyzing a grown man in seconds, their bodies strong enough to drag prey into the dark. Willow Creek's residents had built their homes over an old landfill, a fact buried in property records. The soil was rich with decay, a perfect breeding ground. The creatures had grown larger than their jungle kin, some reaching 2 feet, their exoskeletons nearly impenetrable. They didn't need to surface often, just enough to feed. One night, Sarah woke to Lily's screams. She bolted to her daughter's room, only to find her staring at the floor vent, trembling. "It was looking at me," Lily whispered, her eyes wide. Sarah tore the vent cover off, shining a flashlight into the duct. 2 glowing, bead-like eyes stared back, set in a head as wide as her fist. She stumbled backward, her scream caught in her throat as the thing retreated, its legs scraping the metal. She called an exterminator the next day. He laughed, insisting centipedes that large were a myth. "Maybe a toy or a prank," he said, spraying some pesticide and leaving. That night the chittering returned, louder, angrier. Sarah barricaded the basement door, but the sound came from everywhere. Walls, floors, even the ceiling. The final straw came when the Pattersons' dog, Max, went missing. They found his collar in the backyard, near the same storm drain Lily had seen. A neighbor swore they heard a low, guttural hiss, but no one believed them. "People always exaggerate," the skeptic said. "It's just nature." Sarah didn't wait for proof. She packed a bag, grabbed Lily, and drove to her sister's house in the city. Behind her, Willow Creek slept, unaware of the hundreds of legs moving beneath their homes, the mandibles waiting for the next careless step. The creatures didn't need belief to exist. They were patient, they were real, and they were hungry.